Hi, welcome to Nonsense Whisky. My name's BMPF and this is the third episode in a little mini series I'm doing on American whiskies. So far in the series I've done 2 bourbons, so we're moving on from that just a touch, and we're going to be checking out our first rye of the little mini series and first rye of this channel. Now the thing that makes this rye is that bourbon you have to have 51% corn, usually a bit more. In this case you have to have 51% rye, especially in this case more. And this time around we're going to be checking out the f.e.w or f.e.w rye whiskey. Now the f.e.w is from Evanston, Illinois, which is just a little town just north of Chicago. If you've never been to Chicago, you should go. It's the only American city I've ever been to, and it's just fantastic. It's just absolutely brilliant. Even in middle of December when it's freezing cold, absolutely brilliant. But anyway, back to the whiskey itself. So, not a bourbon. This is a rye whiskey which contains 70% rye, 20% corn, and 10% malted barley. Get anything going. So, the interesting thing about rye versus bourbon is that with kind of bourbon you tend to get this kind of sweet, creamy, kind of nice savouring taste. With rye it tends to be a little hotter, a little spicier, and in some of them it can be a little rougher, but we'll see if this one hits that one or not. So, this is the dram itself, and I got it from one of 3 wee samples from the dram team, which is going to be coming up in this little series. Okay, so it's bottled at 46.5% or 93% proof. 93% proof? Just 93 proof, if you're from the Americas. And this sort of goes in this country for about sort of £55, I think. It's pretty hard to get hold of, or maybe not hard to get hold of, but it's expensive because they're very small batch, handcrafted, that kind of thing. It's not mass-produced stuff. But you know, it is over here in the UK, and I'm sure a few of the guys on the BBS will know about it, the British Bourbon Society, because they rave about this a lot. So let's have a little sniff and see what we get. Now, I've had a few ryes in my time. A standout one that I would like to talk about is the Wild Turkey rye. Now, I found that it's reasonable, it's not offensive, it's just a little bit rough around the edges for me. So I tend to be a little bit put off by ryes, but this one, it's got a touch of sweetness to it that really takes the edge off. It's been sat on the side for a little bit, hopefully that helps. A little bit of dark fruits in there as well, some cherries and things like that. Let's have a taste and see what we get. So immediately, while I'm swilling around, that spice starts kicking in. Really tingly. Not in a bad way. Really nice, quite pleasant. If you, this is going to sound really strange, but if you swallow this in the wrong way, it can really hit you at the back of the throat. So it's good to kind of let it ease gently over your tongue and down. Only negative is that I get a little bit of cinnamon. I'm not a big fan of cinnamon, but it's not overpowering. It's just almost as if you put like a dusting over an apple pie or something like that. Yeah, it's really quite smooth and really interesting as well. It's quite complex, more complex than a lot of the whiskies that I've had on the channel so far, to be fair. But then I find that with the American whiskies, because they like to do different things with the grains, and the first fill barrels really make a big difference, things like that. Well, there you go. That's my first try of the f.e.w rye, and I haven't actually tried the f.e.w bourbon either, so I'll definitely get around to that at some point. Real cracker of a whiskey that is. I definitely recommend you give it a go. Let's say it's maybe slightly hard to get hold of, but you can definitely get it on the internet. Over in the UK we've got really good access to internet. I've been speaking to some of my cohorts in America and Canada. They're really quite regulated. Well, we're really lucky over here. We can order things on Amazon Prime even and get them next day. So I definitely recommend it. And I'm sure if you're watching this, you're into your bourbons and American whiskies and you've probably tried this already. So I'd love to know what you think below. There we go. Thanks for watching this third episode in my little mini series. Feel free to check out the other ones. If you click on some of these links here, you'll see the start of the playlist I'm putting together for this, and next week when I release another episode, that episode will flick here. So if you're watching this after it's been released, chances are next episode over here, feel free to go straight into it. Thanks for watching.